Autism is a devastating and complex developmental disorder affecting approximately 4% of the Kenyan population. In Nairobi area alone, there are over 500 children who have been assessed and found to be autistic. The government of Kenya passed a Disability Act in 2013, under which it is an offense to conceal or imprison any mentally ill or challenged, as is the case with the autistic persons. But just how many people in Kenya are living undiagnosed, untreated, and worst of all, rejected? Living with Autism is a program that examines the lives of some children living with this spectrum and exactly how it has affected their parents, teachers, and caregivers. It is a challenge known by very few, yet quite prevalent and rampant in young children. By the age of 3, some mothers notice that there's something abnormal with their children, but very few are able to pinpoint it to be autism. I dive into the lives of Mama Bansi and Mama Natasha, two mothers raising children with this autism spectrum disorder, as they give us a deeper insight into the challenges they face while raising these children. Welcome to the program. My name is Rachael, Gatwiri, Amburuka. Bansi is a 7-year-old girl coming from a humble background and living with autism. She goes to school at Kasarani Primary Special Unit and stays with her parents in the slums of Kibera. Her mother, Margaret, narrates to us the challenges she has faced while raising Bansi.
Hiyo shule si ya watoto aina hiyo. Tena huku kwa barabara kama tunatembea naye hivi. Naonanga watu walikuwa wangeenda kupiga makelele kwa barabara. Naona kama watu mpaka wanasimama kumwangalia. Sio ndio wanasema ni kuona. Bila mambo mingi. Lakini naendelea tu. Sasa naona sasa huyu mtoto si mimi nilipenda kupewa akiwa hivi. Unajua nilikuwa nambeba akiwa mkubwa. Kwanza sasa hiyo nilipata nibaya. Atembei na mbeba kama ni therapy. Kuna hata mama wengine wananiambia ati nauta saa tu huyu na atembee, huyu hakuna siku atakuja kutembea. Kwanza nikiwa hapa ni kama sijaanza kuenda mahali. Nikiwa tu nalia kila saa. Sasa nilikuwa na sita hii kutoka kwetu sijaiona hii. Kamwili kalikuwa kadogo. Hata ilikuwa kwa barabara unaona. Si kama mtoto umebeba. Mtoto unampaia kila kitu. Kula, hakuli. Ni kunyonya tu. Kama tu ni hiyo umweke kama tuseme ni mti. Lazima umweke matiti ya meza. Nilikuwa na kamwili kadogo juu. Hata kliniki zote nilikuwa naenda kliniki kama tuseme nilikuwa naenda Roiro. Kaanza tu kunitusi, tuseme kama ni Kenyatta. Tunaenda tunakaa 1 week, kulingana na wazazi alikuwa na tunaambiwa mwezi 20 kama 30. Hiyo tena pesa ipatikana. Mpaka ni akuja akopa. Ndio sasa mtoto akipewa ruhusa akuja nyumbani ndio aende kubarua zake. Haya na peana kidogo. Huyu babake hana kazi permanent. Kaenda dieta akatolewa hizo za mapua na hizo. Sasa hapo walikuwa na hizo pesa mingi juu kwenye nilikuwa nimeambiwa nimpeleke. Walikuwa wanataka 80k. Huko nikakosa hiyo. Nampeleka Kenyatta. Kenyatta nikautizwa juu ni 50. Ilikuwa 50k. Tukatafuta kidogo. Singine tukatabiwa na watu na mashosho wao. Singine tukakosa. Tukalikuwa na watu wanasungukanga huko. Wanalipia wenye wamefungiwa huko. Walikuwa wakilipia nusu, ndio tukaitizwa nusu. Hiyo wanaita mashosho wao. Wakatulipia nusu na sisi tukatafuta nusu.
Natasha, an 8-year-old girl also living with autism, is Bansi's schoolmate at Kasarani Primary Special Unit.
She stays with her parents at Safari Park View Estate, and her mother shares with us some of the challenges she has encountered while raising Natasha.
See, number one, she really cannot communicate well, but okay, thank God that these days she's able. If you want food, if you want anything, she will say. But Natasha is, number one, she's very destructive. Like you can see, like our dining table, all the chairs. Yeah. She gets annoyed. She will come and, I mean, she will pull it. She will push them. She will do anything. We got a TV, a couch TV in December. Okay. It didn't last 3 months. I mean, she gets annoyed. Even if she's outside, she will run to the house and hit it. So she actually broke it, and I mean, that's why you can see right now we have the old one, it's black and white, but we're okay. That's nice. Yeah. So they were really annoyed. They were telling me, Mommy, no. They were telling her, now you have to go to a boarding school. It's their leaders. Okay. Yeah. But it was okay. It became almost impossible because they couldn't understand her. Okay. So every day she comes, scratched, beaten, because definitely also that time she was also very, very, very violent. Okay. Yeah. So you see now, if she bites or she scratches someone, they also do it. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Then it looks like also the teachers maybe did not understand her. She had a lot of scars.
Was it an autism based?
No. It was not, because I remember I'd gone to kiss them, and when I mentioned, they did an assessment, and I was told, don't take her to a special school, just take her to a normal school. So that is where I placed her. Then I remember when I found that it was not working, I looked for another school. I talked to another doctor from India, and he told me she needs to go to a play-based school, not educational. Yeah. So I took her to another school somewhere in the estate, which was very nice, but it was sort of a baby daycare sort of. Yeah, but in fact the English, that's where it was a very nice one. I mean, very, very, very good, very intriguing. Yeah, but that's when she was expelled. We also, you could pay, like the last where she was, it was almost 60,000. You pay, you know you want to pay and get the value for your money. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but this particular one for those nothing really much. Yeah, and you see sometimes when you realize this is not something that you're doing, that it's for one time. Maybe there's nothing, there's no much improvement. I remember you take her maybe by around 9 o'clock, by Sasita, you see the one. Yeah, almost maybe one. Then definitely, and she's not even the first one to be dropped. Yeah. Then you know there's someone there is playing with your mind. Yeah. Yeah. So my journey still wasn't over, and I kept looking. I went back to Kisa, and they recommended me. They recommended me to another school that was also somewhere in Kenyatta Road. Okay, and that was very far. Then I have a neighbor called Mrs. Kevin, who happens to be a teacher at Kasarani. Then during the holiday, that's when she called me to me, "Oh, Natasha, there's something we've never talked about. Do you know that we have a special unit section in our school?" This is when it all started.
A child is said to be autistic once they show symptoms which include problems with socialization, problems with communication, repetitive and inflexible behavior.
We have enrolled only autistic children. So we just have majored in that area. And in this area, you realize that to be able to teach the children or another way of dealing with the children, to calm them down, or to treat them is that we give them special diet. This is an intervention that helps the children to deal with the hyperactive behavior that they have. Then there are many other programs that we have apart from the diet. We do therapy. And you realize that the government has not employed a therapist. So as a school, together with the parents, we have to assist one another to make sure that they have a trained therapist. In this case, occupational therapists.
The government of Kenya passed a Disability Act in 2013, under which it is an offense to conceal or imprison the mentally challenged, as is the case of the autistic persons. Mrs. Flora Malasi, Deputy Academic Registrar at Kenya Institute of Special Education, here gives us a deeper look at what autism is and how the government of Kenya has intervened.
Okay, I want to appreciate what the government has done, especially for children with disability as in the nation. For the first time, the Ministry of Education has a department of special needs, a department which has been set purely to look into the needs of all children with disability within our education system. So with that, then, as a training institution, we now are more empowered to train our teachers and take them out there to help serve these children. So we have what we call the EAC centers. They are there in the 47 counties. So parents are usually sensitized and advised to take their children, school-going children, to these centers so that the officers in that center can now identify where the problem is, together with the medical personnel, agree on what best suits this child for this child to be able to pursue education. So it is at the educational assessment centers that a number of parents get to know their children have autism.
Autism is a devastating and complex developmental disorder affecting approximately 4% of the Kenyan population. In Nairobi area alone, there are over 500 children who have been assessed and found to be autistic.
For children with autism, we celebrate even that milestone of holding a pen. We celebrate the ability of the child to walk in and tell you hello. We celebrate when we see the child is able to just sit and look at your face. Even if it's for 1 minute, we celebrate that. And for us, we record that as learning. So it's not about getting 100% in the test or writing an essay, but it's about the little things they pick up within the activities of daily living. So number one, parents need to advocate for their children. 2, parents have to accept to overcome stigma. How do you overcome stigma? By talking about the condition and by going out there and making people understand that this is how my child feels and behaves, but if you do it this way, you'll be able to cope and understand with him, or to understand him. Once they do that, then more people within the society would become proactive in seeing how best can we support this child to be able to learn. Then 3, parents still require more information. Currently, information is isolated. And with Mr. Google, everybody goes to Mr. Google reads, sees there is this treatment here, there is this treatment there, there is this approach there. So they end up being even more confused. They end up even trying some things. Like I always advise parents of children with autism not to go into dieting unless it has medically been proved their children react to casein and gluten. Because not all children with autism react to casein and gluten in as much as it is a suspected cause. So some parents have gone to the extent of denying their children some products, and yet they don't react to that, and that can bring other nutritional challenges. So information is really required. Teachers for children, the moment you become a special education teacher, it's more of a vocation than just a job. You have always to go that extra mile to support this child who has so much challenges to be able to achieve something really small. So teachers in Kenya, you need to appreciate the fact that we need to be more practical than theoretical.
Mama Bansi and Mama Natasha are just a small fraction of the very many parents raising children with the autism spectrum in Kenya today. As they have confessed, this spectrum comes with so many challenges, not just financial, but also emotional. As such, we call out the government to raise awareness and sensitize the society of this category of people in the country, as well as provide facilities within which these people can grow and learn as the rest of the children. Indeed, disability is not inability.